Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about improve your life. I'll explain 16 topics. Please subscribe and share my YouTube channel Jetu's Vlogger. 16 small ways you can improve your life in less than 30 minutes. Improving your life doesn't have to be about making one big result. Instead, it's something you can consistently work on, and it typically comes down to the small things you do every day. I understand that no one has all the time in the world to think about self improvement and personal development when there's work and family and bills to pay. So let's start with just 30 minutes a week. Yup, that's all. Now I bet you're listening. What I am asking is that you try one of these activities and see if they help you become a better you, whether that means increasing your confidence, reducing your stress, creating deeper relationships, or becoming a healthier individual. Number 1. Achieve mindfulness. I'm sure you are so sick of hearing that you should totally try meditation, especially from your yoga crazed mother. But mindfulness is a lot more realistic to achieve than the kind of meditation you hear about because it doesn't require years of practice and a yoga mat. And it only takes 30 minutes sitting right at your desk. Number 2. Develop a consistent morning routine. Muse career coach Adrian J. Hopkins suggests that the key to having a productivity day and saving yourself time in the morning is breaking down every task into small steps, then scheduling everything by starting from the end of the day and working backward. This means you know exactly that activity you'll do when from the moment you wake up. Sounds a bit overwhelming, yes, but the reason it works is because you don't waste any time trying to decide on things. Spending 30 minutes picking out an outfit, spending 40 minutes deciding if you want to go on a run. This way, you limit yourself to small minutes increments so that you'll always be out the house exactly on time. Number 3. Develop a consistent bedtime routine. A happy, healthy morning starts with the killer bedtime routine. There's no perfect answer for making your own, but the important thing is to make one and stick to do it. For example, every evening I shower, make my lunch for the next day, and spend 10 or so minutes doing something that relaxes me in bed, whether that's scrolling through social media, reading 15 pages of a book, or talking to my parents on the phone. It's not always like this, but the consistency helps me fall asleep better and feel prepared to conquer the day ahead. Muse writer Calhoun has 5 great bedtime routines. You should definitely try. Each will only take you 5 minutes. Number 4. Redo your bedroom for a better night's sleep, especially when you are busy or stressed. It can be hard to get your best sleep every night, even with an awesome routine. Instead, try creating a space where you'll always feel good going to bed by trying out this 7 quick dive project. Number 5. Find an energizing midday activity that's good for you. You probably saw it coming. But just as important as setting a schedule for your mornings and evening is also having an activity that is guaranteed to bring you out of the worst midday slumps. Muse writer Lily Herman suggests developing these 5 habits. Or if you are a coffee addict, consider these. better alternatives to help you to recharge. Number 6. Make your lunch. Making your meals every day not only guarantees you have control over your health, but it's also cheap and a great way to learn a new skill or experiment with your cooking abilities. Plus, you get it a boss to co-worker when they ask where you got the food. And for some brag-worthy recipes, number 7, then eat it away from your desk. News writer Kat Bugard learned many valuable lessons after bravely eating lunch away from the desk. For one thing, taking a break is just good for you. But she also realized the importance of practicing work-life balance all day, rather than just after work was over. By giving yourself that time off during office hours, you are already one step closer to a healthier, well-balanced life. Number 8. Watch a TED Talk. TED Talks are like a mini lecture. They just might teach you more about yourself or inspire you to innovate and carry out that dream you are always through about. Plus, you're only about 20 minutes. Watch one while getting ready for work in the morning, or during your lunch break, or when you are sitting in a waiting room for a super quick knowledge boost. Number 9. Listen to a podcast. Similarly, podcasts are great on the go news source, and a lot of the time they are just what you need to unwind without completely wasting away in front of the TV. I am a big fan of taking one podcast during my commute, half of it on the way to work, half on the way back, and the stories always bring out some real emotions. Number 10. Do a bunch of little productivity tasks. I challenge you to get aside 30 minutes and do all those nitty-gritty tasks you are meaning to do all at once. First, this prevents you from multitasking later on emails or rushing in while you are trying to do your work. Second, it forces you to tackle those things that make you cry, things that, once they are done, will make your life a heck of a lot easier. Not sure what course I mean? I'll help you out. Here's a to-do list of 21 useful things you can do in 5 minutes. Then, if those don't do it for you, here are mine. Other productivity things you can complete in 15 minutes. Number 11. Get to know yourself. What better way to improve your life than by learning all about your strength and weakness and honing in on your best self. To get this started, here are 14 free personality tests you can take in the next half hour. Number 12. Treat yourself. How long has it been since you treated yourself to a relaxing massage or manicure? Well, maybe this is your week to do it. Was there a game you have been meaning to download and play? Or a cool new lunch spot? You deserve it, so go get it. Number 13. Revisit your goals. You probably made some New Year resolutions or set monthly goals for yourself. Have you followed through on any of them? Are there ones you can get rid of or later? Do you feel confident in achieving all of them? Take some time this week to reflect positively on how far you have come. and think about where you want to be and maybe write down the steps you need to take to get there. Number 14. Connect with an old friend or new coworker. If it's been a while since you are seen or talking to someone, reach out and let them know you are thinking about them. Maybe even try it the old fashioned way, sending a physical letter. There's no doubt snail mail makes anyone's day. Oh, if you haven't had a chance to meet a college in another department at the office or a new coworker who just joined last week, consider meeting up for lunch or coffee. You'll make a work friend. Number 15. Clean your closet. By closet, I could also mean your desk, your office, your bedroom, or even your kitchen, cabinets, or dishes. Cleaning is stress relieving and actually a form of mindful meditation, according to some studies. So, kill two birds with one stone by recognizing your space and practicing positively self-awareness. Number 16. Get outside. Notice how I didn't say go to the gym or go for a run, because yes, exercise is great, but for most people, including myself, it's a lot easier said than done. So, I have another option for you. Go outside, walk around, sit in the park and read, or go for a leisurely bike ride. Just being outdoors is good for you in so many ways. It improves creativity, helps us age better, makes us happier, and it might actually make you want to work out more. Don't you feel better already? Try out these simple tips and see if you can start to develop better habits. The goal being you'll be healthier and happier a lot more often than just 30 minutes a week. Thank you, everybody.